Hey, man, we're live. We're here, episode 15, and the title of this one is going to be A Weekend of Champions. Here we are at Tyler's Talkin Sports. My name is Tyler Hess. On the other side here is my co-host, my partner, the co-founder, the owner of many things.
I like that.
The owner of many things, brother from another mother, Tyler. He is Satisfied Castle. We're here. I'm excited about this one. Episode 15, man. Can you believe we made 15 episodes without getting canceled?
I can actually. We got a good little script each week, so we follow that pretty good with the guidelines. But we're gonna start getting a little bit more spicy on here. I think a little spicy. Some of our viewers have requested a little bit more spice, so we'll try to add that to this episode moving forward. So yeah. That's what we do, man. Talk about sports.
You're talking about spice. You know what you do with spices? You put it on food. You know what happens when you eat too much? You get fat. And you know what happens when you get fat? You need to go to the gym. You need to head to Next Level Fitness Club in Lebanon, Virginia. That's what you need to do.
Man, that is just a great point. I didn't know if you know this, Hess, but today's sponsor is actually Next Level Fitness Club.
Man, what do you know?
Let me give those guys a shout out. That's Next Level Fitness Club, 1806 East Main Street, Lebanon, Virginia, 24266. 24/7 gym facility, 24/7 trainers, certified personal training, 24/7 tanning. You ask for it, they got it. Other than showers, reach out to those guys on Facebook, Instagram, and then follow them on their website too at www.nextlevelfitnessclub276.com. Again, guys, that is Next Level Fitness Club in Lebanon, Virginia.
Next Level Fitness 276.com. Log it. I love it.
You forgot the club, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
In the club.
In the club. You know what the first thing is about Next Level Fitness Club you don't do?
What's that?
You don't talk about Next Level Fitness Club.
Oh. Brad Pitt on us there. All right.
Golly. All right, man. Yes, we've talked about, we've introduced the show. We've talked about Next Level Fitness. Also, guys, if you don't care, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, YouTube. We're also on this podcast will be published on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Sirius XM, and it'll be on YouTube as well if you just like to sit back and watch it. So, and cool thing is about Spotify, you can watch and listen at the same time, so that's pretty cool as well. Man, you've had a rough day. I know you have. Sorry about it. I'm sorry you've had a busy day. Nothing went your way.
Yeah, before we go into my day, I just want to, say that, we shared our analytics today from, I believe it was that Spotify?
That was on Spotify. Apple? That was just strictly Spotify alone.
Strictly Spotify alone. A lot more viewers and listeners than I realized. So again, just want to give a shout out to those listeners for helping us out there. Again, if you do see us on Facebook or if you see us post something, make sure to share that with your friends, your buddies. It really does mean a lot to us. Again, we want to grow this channel more than just Southwest Virginia. We want to get it out there across the globe. Reach out with your questions, thoughts. And I like getting texts from Hess daily from some of our viewers on the takes that we have. It definitely gets other opinions into the conversation, which I like. But yeah, back to my day. Yes, a little rough. I had to go to Pikeville, Kentucky today for work. Should have been 2 hours. About a
crap stain in Kentucky right there.
That wasn't that bad. About a 2-hour drive, hour and 45 really. So not terrible, but not great. Get there, they don't have my information like they were supposed to. So I just have to sit out in the car for a while on the phone, on the computer, trying to get everything situated. So I ended up there being it's supposed to be a 10-15 minute appointment, and I was there for 3 hours because I got waiting queue and all this other stuff. And yeah, it was fun. But ate Chinese buffet down there. Peking, Peking Chinese buffet, I think was the name of it. It wasn't Peking Garden.
I was going to say Peking Garden?
From the old Lebanon days. No, it's Peking buffet or something like that. They
had the best cat dog mix I've ever had.
They actually did have some good food, not gonna lie. Very clean place too. Some of those Chinese buffets you go into, man, you just want to turn around. But this one was good. This one's very good. So I ate there, went to GNC, got some more pre-workout, where I go train at Next Level Fitness Club. Yep, had to get some because Rise, I'm still waiting on their Black Friday. Don't know if we're going to get an update on that. So I ordered it on the 20th. Hasn't even shipped yet. So waiting on that. So I was like, I'm just going to buy some more pre-workout. So, but yeah, I ended up getting home about 7. Should have been home at 4.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Sound like a
all
normal
right.
day. Sound like a normal day in the castle world.
Yeah, my son pooped on my leg too, so that was
Oh man,
that
poop
was
on the
great.
leg,
Poop
man.
on the leg. I looked
You
down.
know,
I was like, "He eat peanut butter."
you know what that means? You know what poop on the leg means?
Means he loves me, man.
Means you need to work him legs more.
Mm, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how it happened, but it just happened. It's one of those things that just happened.
just
How was
poop.
your day?
Hey man, my day wasn't too bad. Work was work. I started out this morning at 5:30. Got up, headed to the Next Level Fitness Club. Got a little pump in. About died. But other than that, did that. Went to work. That wasn't too bad at all. Really, that was kind of a laid back day. Then I had basketball practice. There's so much emotion on our little basketball team. Those kids want to fight each other. It's a lot. As I was telling some of the people, practice started out really good, and then it went straight to shit. And I mean, it went. I mean, not like bam, flip of a switch. It was chaos. So
Chaos.
that was how practice went.
Was you trying to reference back to a couple of our episodes there? I heard emotion, and I hear chaos.
Maybe.
I mean, are you trying to
Maybe.
throw out some
Hey,
titles there?
Hey, maybe if you're new to the show, go back and listen to those episodes. We got Are You Satisfied? We got the Chaos episode. Go back and check those out. We got a lot of emotion from last episode, episode 14. But yeah, my day went bad. Then I got home. I had to listen to you complain about how bad your day was. And I was checking on you, make sure you was okay. Then your Vols had just a horrendous game against the Tar Heels and almost came back. And here we are.
It's not over yet.
Well, are you sure?
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, okay. And here we are. The internet went out for like a rough minute and a half, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be able to record tonight. That was pretty. As soon as I logged onto the computer, it said no internet connection, so everything went down. But here we are.
Broadband.
Yeah, shout out to Broadband for having crap service.
You need to give out the date, man. 11/29/2023. It is 9:46 p.m. Eastern time in our time zone. Again, if you're listening to this, it'll be 6 a.m. Thursday morning.
6 a.m. Yep, Thursday morning,
11:30. Hope you all have a wonderful Thursday. Don't work too hard. Listen to us on your ride to work, at work, during work, after work, whenever. Just give us a listen. We'd really appreciate it.
Absolutely, we'd love it. And if you guys are watching and you see my attire, Andrew Mays was my choreographer to get my attire for he wanted me to wear tonight. This is our travel ball team here in Lebanon. I'm coach of the 9U team. Andrew's coach of the 10U team. But this is Southwest Virginia Static Apparel. Just wanted to wear that, show off our little travel ball team here. So I don't only do podcasts, guys. I coach. I have baseball.
He's the real deal.
Yeah, real guy here. Yeah. But all right, man. You ready to dive into some sports news?
Let's go into it, man.
All right, we got some MLB, NFL, and NBA news to talk about. Number one thing I want to talk about, it's been coming up a lot, and just because, hey, I'm a Braves fan and I want to know what the heck's going on in Atlanta. They're saying Shohei Ohtani. They keep bringing him up about him possibly coming to Atlanta. What do you think? Do you think this is all smoke and mirrors, or does the Braves really have a chance to bring Shohei Ohtani to Atlanta?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's all smoke and mirrors. Braves, I looked at their odds. I think they're like plus way up there, 3,000. I mean, way down. I don't even know if they're in the top 10, honestly, in conversation. The biggest thing on the Braves is, of course, who they have around them. They're going to be, again, probably in the World Series easily next year or the year after. I mean, they're going to be in the talks for the next 5 to 6 years probably. So, Ohtani, that's the only thing going to be a selling point. Again, Ohtani mentioned he doesn't care about money. So there's another selling point, but I just don't see him going to Atlanta. Very big dark horse in my opinion. We might see what happens these next couple of days because there's still a lot of news coming out on that.
I did see that.
You asked me who I think he'll go probably towards. I think he's going to stay West Coast. I was reading a little bit about Dodgers. Dodgers are number one team right now. He would fit that team good.
He don't fit nothing.
Okay. All right. And another big team out of the West Coast is the San Francisco Giants. Devoting their whole heart to Ohtani is what I was reading. There's a lot of Japanese Americans in the Bay Area. So I think he would fit in good there. Just a good area.
Good for Ohtani.
I can see this happening. Also, too, one thing that I think that not a lot of people are looking at when they're considering Ohtani is his pitching, because he's not going to be pitching next year.
Right.
He's going to be pitching in 2025. So he fits that rotation perfect in LA or in San Francisco. Atlanta, maybe. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing with Atlanta. If you look at it from a business standpoint, they got one more year guaranteed with Max Fried. You bring in Ohtani, you know he's not pitching this year. You don't really need him to pitch this year because the Braves are still going after Dylan Cease. If they get him from the White Sox, you got him, Strider, Fried, and then Morton. And then next year, you don't have to have the pressure of bringing it Max Fried because the Dodgers are going after him. He's a hometown kid. He's a Dodger fan growing up. The Dodgers are going to throw money at Fried next year. So then you don't have the pressure to keep Fried if you can land Ohtani. I think the Braves have a better shot at getting Ohtani than what the odds are saying. I'm not just saying that as a Braves fan. Maybe I'm saying optimistically as a Braves fan. But I do think they have a legitimate shot to do it. And I think that's how Anthopoulos works. He would rather be under the radar about it and then come get it than have it out there.
I mean, I can see Ohtani doing something like that. But, again, even the Cubs were in the talks there for a while, and they're kind of dropping down. Right now, the two hottest teams for him is LA and San Francisco.
I seen today also they said that the rumor is he will sign sometime next week, which is the first week of winter meetings, which are in Nashville. They expect Ohtani to sign next week, so we're going to be on that one big time.
Yeah, I do know, too, Yankees are out. They said
the Yankees are out. Yep, they didn't want nothing to do with that because they're putting all their money into Yoshi from Mario. That's what they're doing.
Yes, Yoshi from Mario. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I finally said his name right. Yeah. Fun fact about the Yankees, they've kept number 18.
The first time you said the names right.
Oh, we're going shots early. Okay,
sorry.
Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate that. But yeah, they've kept number 18. I'm talking about the Yankees. They've kept number 18 open last year, and they didn't give it to
they didn't give it to Peyton Manning, did they?
Benintendi, no, because he was supposed to wear 18, and they didn't because of Yoshi. Honestly, I don't know necessarily if they were actually doing that. They might just be using it as a little bit of trade bait.
Good selling point.
I don't blame a good salesman. Number 18 for you, fun fact, is considered an ace number in Japan, and he is an ace.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He's the MVP of the Japanese league that he plays in. The dude's a monster. I think he's won like 4 straight Cy Youngs over there, which their Cy Young Award, whatever it's called.
He's only 25, too.
The only Japanese player I've ever known to come out of Japan that's other than Ohtani is Ichiro Suzuki. So I think everything's named after Ichiro. So the Ichiro Suzuki, yeah. But I've seen, too, the Giants, they said they're either bringing in Ohtani or they're bringing in Yoshi. So
they're going to try to bring both, actually.
If they do that, woof.
It was rumored, too, that Yoshi wants to play on the West Coast. Hey, I saw that from a reporter. So
you go back to your whole Chinese or Japanese Americans living in San Francisco. There are several good Japanese restaurants in Atlanta. So bring them on down.
Name 3.
Tokyo.
That's garbage.
Peking of Atlanta.
That's Chinese.
I don't care. Same.
You said Japanese. Oh my God.
Then there's Yokohama Japanese Steakhouse.
You forgot Kobe's.
I don't even know, but no.
Kobe's down there.
It went down. The helicopter hit it. It went down.
Oh God. Well, so much for not getting canceled. Golly. Ridiculous. Off the rails.
Off the rails. Actually, it was in the air.
Obviously, back to Yoshi. I mean,
train involved.
I'd love to see him in New York. I mean, naturally, I think it'd be a great fit. The Yankees did trade Luis Severino today to the Mets.
Yep,
so
gonna be garbage there.
Yep, he's terrible. So,
yep.
1 year, $13 million is what he got there. So I saw that earlier. Keeping up with them trades. Speaking of more trades on the East Coast, do the Rays trade Glasnow?
Glasnow. Tyler Glasnow.
Yeah, Tyler Glasnow. Yeah.
Speaking of Tyler Glasnow, we really like him here at Tyler's Talking Sports. He's actually invited to come on anytime because he is a Tyler, and we wouldn't have to change the title if he decided to come on. So Tyler Glasnow, if you do listen, come on, join us. Let's hear where you're going. That would be great. But do the Rays trade him? I think they do. I think the Braves would be one that would go for him. I think I read the Reds are looking at going for him. You all, I mean, I don't see him really trading with the Yankees, but hey, and another team that could sneak in will be the Rangers on him.
Yeah, he's 30. He does have 1 year left on his contract. I think his payout's $25 million, so he's going to get paid either way. So since he is interested in him, since he's interested in a lot of starting pitchers because they need a guy for the rotation, obviously. The Rays are always sellers every year too. They gave up Snell a couple years back, and that other crazy good pitcher they had too. They gave him up as well, like it was nothing, and then they just fill it again. That's what they do. Razor solid every year. That farm system's insane. I think it's the best farm system, one of the top 3 farm systems in the MLB easily. They'll be a 100-win team again probably next year. I mean, it's consistency.
100-win team with you all being improved and the Orioles.
90-win team. Let me take that back.
Man, at least gonna be good.
Yeah, they're gonna have a win. I mean, they'll have a winning record. That's the best division in baseball.
Whoa, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, the NL East.
Nah. Not even close.
We had three teams made the playoffs.
And
the Phillies, the Braves, and the Marlins. Your Philadelphia Phillies,
choked.
Okay, man, there's no better division in baseball than the NL East.
That's debatable. All right. Anywho.
That is not debatable.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Then we got Toronto, Baltimore,
okay,
Tampa,
okay,
New York.
Your best teams in the AL East.
I don't think any of them had a losing record this year.
Are Baltimore,
Red Sox, maybe,
and the Rays.
They were close.
That's your best teams.
Billy Bolin, what were they? I don't even know. They were close to 500.
Shout out Billy Bolin. Quit taking pictures. We need facts.
Yeah, we need facts on those socks. Those Red Sox.
Red Sox, man.
Give me that stat. What they have?
I'm gonna look it up.
No, I'm asking for Red Sox.
I'm gonna look it up. Give me a moment.
We can agree to disagree. No, that's easily the best 2 divisions in baseball.
It might be the best 2, but if it's the best 2, if you're ranking the best 2, the NL East is better.
God, dude.
Oh,
I don't know.
I do know.
We'll see this year.
Oh, we gotta wait a year. This is the most Tennessee comment I ever heard.
Oh my God! Actually, don't have to wait even a year. We'll wait 6 months.
Okay, thank you.
How about that?
That's better. That's much better.
Ridiculous. Going off the rails right here, folks. This is not on our script.
Well,
what y'all wanted.
I'm just saying. I don't know how you can say.
I'm just saying. Pull up the Red Sox.
I'm working on it.
God,
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Point Broadband's crapping out on me here. Okay.
You're crapping out. My God.
Oh God, I gotta go back to last year's standings. I got it. Hold on. Boston was 78-84.
Oh, okay, so they did finish negative. Okay.
Yep. The Yankees were 82-80, and then it was Toronto 89-73. But you go on down here.
Was it National League?
Braves 104, Phillies had 90, Marlins 84-78, and then the Mets finished 75-87, and the Nationals finished 71-91.
Close. It's debatable off that.
It's not debatable.
He's like, oh, it's easy.
Hey,
it's National League.
Did the AL East
you and your freaking Braves.
Hey, did the AL East have an MVP award winner?
No.
Okay.
Did y'all have a Cy Young?
We had one that was in the finals for it.
Hey, we had a winning record. That's all we want, baby.
You're satisfied
82
with
and 80.
winning record? Yeah.
Satisfied. Heck no.
Yeah. Oh, glad you're not satisfied with that. We can go 8-4 in Tennessee, but we can't be satisfied.
Shut up. I swear to God.
I'm just saying. All right.
I'll come over there right now. Let's get back on the.
All right, Dylan Cease.
Back on the script. Here. Dylan Cease.
Is the mustache coming to Atlanta to join his brother Spencer Strider, or is the boy going to the Dodgers?
I think this boy going to get paid. He's going to Dodgers. He's only 27. LA usually beats out Atlanta in trades. I mean, Freddie Freeman. He was the Cy Young runner-up in 2022. Had over 200 strikeouts again this year for the 3rd straight year. Biggest reason why, though, I'm going to tell you why I think he does choose LA over Atlanta. Kershaw is a free agent, and he has not re-signed. Nothing. Yeah, he's getting up there in age. So there's no talks of anything about re-signing back. And the Dodgers going to need a rotation guy from that. And they're already down this year just from injuries. Tony Gonsolin, I think is how you say his name. And then Dustin May due to injuries.
Okay.
So that's the guy's missing from the rotation. So that's why I think he goes to LA. And he's going to get paid.
He's coming to Atlanta for three reasons. One,
okay, let's hear him.
They're a better team than the Dodgers. He wants to go to a team that's going to win. They're better on paper right now today than the Dodgers. 2, he's from Atlanta. He grew up a Braves fan. He's from that area. His entire family lives there. When he pitched against Atlanta this past year, he had over 75 of his family members there. So he's from there. His family could watch him. And 3, the Braves could offer way more draft pick or way more prospects than the Dodgers have because the Dodgers have bled that farm system out, and we could offer him Von Grissom. We could offer our top 2 pitching prospects and AJ Smith-Shallier and one more, and then we could offer the boy we drafted out of Florida this past year. It would set the White Sox up better. It would give them a shortstop to replace Tim Anderson with Von Grissom. Boys coming to Atlanta. And once we sign him,
is he announcing this week?
It's
getting pretty hot on that one. So
yeah, said it's heating up. Said the Braves have actually they've heated up like to the point now they're all talking like which players will go which way.
They hot.
I would say that trade will probably be done sometime this weekend. I would say I think that gets done before winter meetings kick off on Monday.
We'll definitely cover that.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with LA. I don't know.
And I know this is not on script either, but I wanted to bring this up. Juan Soto, is he going to be a Yankee?
Yep. I think they're ways off. I think that contract's pretty steep.
It is very steep.
It's a lot of money just for one player. I do not want to do this with one big name and then don't fill the areas we need assistance in.
Well, then you'd have
small guys.
You'd have Soto, Judge, and
let's go after India from the Reds. Let's go. Let's pick up some of these smaller ballpark guys and just fillers. I mean, we need a second baseman if we're going to get rid of what's his face, Torres. So
you trade him in the Soto trade.
That's what I'm saying. Well, you could, but
and then you trade him. Then you put DJ LeMahieu where he naturally plays.
Soto left-handed, batting.
Yes.
He probably tear it up in New York.
So you put if y'all trade how you should, you have Volpe play short. You can put DJ LeMahieu at second.
You can go on third or first.
He's a natural second baseman.
He's
a natural second baseman.
He can play anywhere.
I'm about done.
He can.
I know he can. He's a utility man, but he's a natural second baseman. That's where he's won his Gold Gloves. That's where he was really good at. You put him at second. You go out there and go out after you do this. Go get Matt Chapman. Play him at third. You can get him pretty good value. I'm sorry, Smitty. I know Matt Chapman's a guy, but he might be a Yankee.
IKF.
Yep. Send him in the trade too. Send it.
He's utility. Yeah. Great player for us this year. Batted over 250.
You send all of them. You bring in Soto. You got a team. You cover your prospects intact.
It's a lot of big names, and this has not worked in baseball.
Okay, but what if you do this though? What if y'all have Soto, Judge, and then you got Garrett Cole, and then you bring in Yoshi to pitch?
Let's get rid of Stan.
I'll keep him just a DH.
Nobody's gonna pick up that contract.
No,
they're gonna either have to eat it or.
And then you say you bring in Matt Chapman, then you fill up the rest of the cap that y'all have with another starting pitcher. Doesn't have to be nobody big. Go get Jordan Montgomery. You can get him for pretty good value, and then you bolster that bullpen, and then Boone will shoot it all straight to shit for you, and then y'all fire him at the All-Star break, and then y'all go
take off.
Yeah,
we'll pull the Phillies from last year. Last year. Last year.
Year before last. Year before last.
When they fired Girardi.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the same thing.
Yep. There you go.
Yes, baby. Go Yankees. Right?
Nope. Not at all. Go
Yankees. That's what I heard.
All right, man. That's all I got for baseball.
OH. IO.
God almighty. Take that crap out of here, too. Boy, I got
something.
Switch it up. NFL.
NFL.
I heard you're going to be the new head coach of the Panthers.
To us.
The Panthers.
Yeah, Frank, sorry.
Right. It does spell like
Reich.
It's Frank Wright. It's spelled like Reich.
Oh, it's Reich. I'm just reading off my notes.
Frank Wright.
I didn't even know his name because he's terrible. Garbage. I'm going to go with a swing from the hip. That's who I think will replace him. He got fired, last Friday?
Yep.
He was first year NFL coach, right? 1-10. That's what he went.
That was his first year with them. He also got fired last year. He was with the Colts, but before that, he won a Super Bowl with the Eagles.
This guy's terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
He's out of the Andy Reid coaching tree.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Andy Reid's guy. Anyway, but I'm going to go swing from the hip here. I'm sure you've probably had this guy's, kind of thing. Well, let me ask you. Who do you think's going to take the job? Let me ask you first.
Man, the Panthers' job is an interesting job. I did see that the owner said he wanted to have somebody, which is stupid. He said he wants to have somebody that's there long enough to read at his funeral. So he wants somebody that's going to be there for the next 20 to 30 years.
He could die tomorrow.
The coach that I think could be there, which would be interesting, but I think the water is pretty hot under his feet right now. I think
I know where you're going.
Bill Belichick.
Nope, wrong. I was going different guy, different swing.
I was thinking Bill. I don't know something about it. Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick steps down at the end of the season, right? We've already said that. Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see.
I think that happens. Dude's in his 70s now, right? So time to retire. I'm gonna go swing here. Jim Harbaugh. It's got a lot of drama in Michigan. Let's just maybe let's say Michigan wins the national title here. I mean, let's just say it happens. Okay. Crazier things have happened, Tess. Nope. But a lot more stress on a coach in college is what I was reading. You got a lot more stipulations and stuff you got to go through with transfer portal and all that crap. So in the NFL, you pretty much coach. So, and two, Harbaugh's proven he can coach. I mean, he led the 49ers back in 2011, 2012, 2013, yep. 2014, around that area.
Yep.
He coached his brother in the Super Bowl, ended up losing to the Ravens. So he's proven he can get there. And he's got a lot of drama around Michigan. So
that 49ers
I'm sure they'll be reaching out.
That 49ers team had one of the best quarterbacks though in NFL history on it, and Alex Smith. There was really nobody else on that team that was really worth anything, but Alex Smith was an absolute stud. He was single-handedly the reason they made it to the Super Bowl that year. So Jim Harbaugh does good. He does good with the with coaching, but I don't know. But the fact that Michigan went, I can't get off that. No, anyway, I just think Bill Belichick could be a coach you see end up there, but who knows? They may go out and get somebody we don't even think about. Who knows?
Does Carolina bounce? I mean, they lost their draft pick for next year. Made a terrible move there.
They lost their next two. They don't have a first-round draft pick.
Yeah, following year too. Yeah, that's right. Do we see Carolina bounce back these next couple years? Well,
here's a fun fact before we get to that. They're still actually in the hunt for the playoffs. The NFC South's so bad.
Stop it.
That if they win out and the Buccaneers lose 2, the Saints lose 2, and the Falcons lose 2, the Panthers will make the playoffs.
Wow.
Yep, because they went out, they'd be 6-10 on the year, and that
would make it to the playoffs.
They'd make it in the playoffs.
Oh my God.
Yep.
What are we coming to? 6-10.
NFC South's terrible.
Yeah, it's been bad for quite some time.
I hate to do this, man.
Bring it up. Come on. Bring it on.
The old Pasternaut looked like absolute garbage last night.
Well, it was not before last, but
whatever.
I disagree with this take. I know he had 4 interceptions. Sure, had worst game in his NFL career, hands down. But you don't go back on the guy on one bad game. Okay? So let's see what he does next weekend against the Raiders.
If he starts.
You cannot bench him after one bad game.
They're already saying that they may be starting the guy who got hurt that
Well, that's what's wrong with the Vikings.
Well, maybe
they're 6-6.
Maybe they're just proving
he's 4-1 as a starter. 4-2.
Oh, his career.
He lost to the Broncos, right? No, I'm talking about just in Vikings. He won 3 in a row, right?
Yeah, and then he's lost his last 2.
So he's 3-2. Sorry. I mean, what's wrong with that? Dude didn't even know the playbook.
On the year, he's also 4-8.
Let me get this takeout.
He's also in his career. He's like 5-18 in his career. So
I'm talking about the
maybe he's making the Steelers look right. Maybe they do.
But if you watch this game, Hess, if you go back and watch this game, some of those balls should have been caught. I mean, it wasn't all on him. And 2, the Bears' defense was all over him.
Well, he should be used to that.
They were killing him.
The Vols trained him for that.
Oh, here we go. Back to the Vols.
Let's
go back almost 10 years now. I mean, my God.
I'm back 10 years. I'm just telling you.
70 years, whatever it is.
God, no.
Let's talk about the history. Let's talk about the past. Stay in the past, Hess. God bless. But I will say he did cost him a game. 4 interceptions, and the Bears beat you, and they didn't even score a touchdown. They kicked 4 field goals. But you can't bench him after one bad
On the flip side of that, though.
What is that? Here's my thing. How long did Jones play for the Patriots? And then they started him again this past week and benched him at half because he had 2 interceptions.
They benched him 4 times this year.
Okay, then you don't bench Dobbs. You let Dobbs play the first half. If he looks like complete trash, that's when you bench him.
The difference, though, there between Dobbs and him is Mac Jones was a first-round draft pick and was projected to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. Josh Dobbs was never projected to be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
So, Tom Brady wasn't either. Look at him.
At least Tom Brady proved he could win. He won a Super Bowl in his first year starting.
Eventually.
Josh Dobbs didn't win a game until his 7th year in the league.
Well, he's bounced around from 20 teams. My God. What do you expect?
And there's a reason for that.
You don't bench the guy. You asked the question.
I
Should he
did.
be a backup? You don't bench him after one
I
bad
think
game.
I think he's a great backup quarterback. I don't think he's a starter.
We'll see.
Uh, on the flip side of that, though, the Bears would be stupid if they ever trade Justin Fields.
I think they will trade him.
I mean,
He's good though. God, I'd love to have him.
he's so good, so good.
God, if he
He's
imagine him on any other team, really.
and whoever gets him, if the Bears keep him or
I
whoever
say
gets
this
him,
every year. The Bears should be one of the best teams in the NFL on paper.
yeah,
Always. Every year,
The
I'm like, oh
Bears.
man, the Bears should be good, and they're terrible. Every
the
year.
Bears, the Bears.
Don't know what it is.
One more thing on the NFL. Another coach. Well, we got two more things here, but Stanley. Do we think he's going to be out with the Chargers? Apparently, he's in hot water.
Yeah, I think he's gone at the end of the season. He's just been really
inconsistent.
Inconsistent. I think he's won one playoff game in 3 years he's been head coach. And in that year they got killed by the Jaguars in the playoff game.
Yeah.
Got one great quarterback on that team.
Justin Herbert.
Decent athletes all the way around. But the biggest thing on that team that hurts them is their defense. They have no defense. They actually rank a statistical category, including total defense this year.
Did you say statistical?
Statistical.
Oh, statistical. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to check your testes. Sorry.
Hey, feel free.
Which is dead last is their defense. So that's why they're losing games. They're 4-8. They're not going to make playoffs again this year. He's gone.
Gone. And that's crazy because they got Khalil Mack on that team too, and he's like second in the league in sacks. He's like 13. He's got 13 sacks. T.J. Watt and the Hunter guy from the Vikings got 13 and a half. And then him and Miles.
I remember that one year, like when they made the playoffs. I was like, man, Justin Herbert. I mean, this team could be.
That was his rookie season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And they haven't done nothing since.
I agree. I think they're wasting talent out there. I think I like Stanley as a coach.
It's kind of like when they had Tomlinson and Rivers. I mean, they should have won. So
Philip Rivers should have won many games and should at least be a Super Bowl champ. Yeah, I love LT. I like watching him, even though he had to run out with my Broncos. But one more thing before we leave the wonderful world of the NFL, Goodell's world here. Let's go to Jerry World in Dallas for the Amazon Prime Thursday night game of the week. The Seattle Seahawks versus the Dallas Cowgirls. Cowboys. Who wins that game, bud?
Give me Dallas. I hate to – God, it hurts coming out of my mouth, but – give me Dallas. They're currently 7.5-point favorite tomorrow night. If you're betting, folks, I think Dallas does cover. Seattle's not showed up in these big games. Dallas really hasn't played. When they kill people, they killed the Commanders last week on Thanksgiving. Everybody thought, oh, the Cowboys, they're back. They beat them 45-10. It's the freaking Commanders. Okay? So
the Commanders do have the NFL's passing leader on their team.
And they lost 45-10 to Dallas. Also, too, though, we'll say – Dallas. Dak Prescott.
Playing
Not
better.
bad.
Playing better.
Not bad last game.
Playing better, but but this is typical Dak Prescott. He looks really good on paper.
Typical Dak Prescott.
Well, hey.
But I'm still going to pick him to cover. So if you're betting tomorrow night or tomorrow morning when you're listening to this, if you want to maybe throw $50 at that or something, I'll pick him to cover.
Well, here's my take on that. It's November 30th. It's the last day of November for us this year in 2023. So Dallas will win this game, but if this game was played on Sunday on December 3rd, they would lose because Dallas sucks in December, and so does Dak Prescott. Cowboys, enjoy this win. This might be one of your last ones of the year. I think the wheels are about to fall off of it. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is typical Dallas. Gets their hopes up as the Cowboys fans. They think it's back in the 90s, and they think Troy Aikman's at quarterback, and then the wheels fall off of it, and then they're.
He said Troy Aikman.
Yeah,
the announcer.
Yeah, the announcer. But before we leave, you wanted this one here. The AFC, the AFC NFC playoffs right now. What teams you thinking makes it? I think it's 8 teams make it from each one.
Yeah, I'll go AFC first. No particular order. I just wanted to get your take and see if we have any differences between the two divisions. So I have Ravens, Chiefs, Jags, Dolphins, Steelers, Texans, and Colts for the AFC. Do you have any differences there?
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
I think your number one seed in the AFC will come down. I think it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars. They got the easiest schedule remaining out of the two teams between Baltimore and Kansas City. Kansas City has not impressed me that much this year. Their offense has actually been pretty lackluster based on what we're normally used to seeing out of Patrick Mahomes. The Ravens, It's almost December. Lamar Jackson's never played more than 12 games his entire career in a single year since he's been in the league, so he's due to get hurt and show that he's another waste of money and a glorified running back and quarterback. So I think the Jaguars will be your number one team in the AFC. I do agree, though, the Chiefs and Ravens will make it. The Dolphins will make it. The Browns are going to be interesting for the simple fact that if Joe Flacco starts this week and they can start winning football games and he plays consistent, all they need is a quarterback that can just not turn the football over with that defense. And Myles Garrett gets healthy. I think they can make it.
They're still in the hunt.
I think the Steelers make it, so that's 6 teams. And then the final 2, I got my Broncos making it. The Broncos making it because all the Broncos got to do is they can lose 2 of their last 6 games and still make the playoffs. If they win this weekend, they got to beat Houston this weekend. That's the one game. And Denver's schedule finishes out with they got Houston this week, then they go to Detroit, then they go to LA, to New England, and then they finish out at home against the Raiders and the Chargers. So
it's a possibility.
I think Denver makes it, and I think Buffalo. I think Buffalo's going to get that ship righted, and I think Indianapolis. I think they're starting falling down. I think Indy they lose their win streak that they're on right now. So I think it'll be Denver and Buffalo.
Indy's what, 6-5? Texans 6-5.
Indy is 6-5 on a 4-game winning streak. Denver is 6-5 on a 5-game win streak.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I thought about putting Denver on here, but you're a Denver fan, so I just left them off on purpose.
I appreciate that, man. That's great.
Anytime. NFC. I got the Eagles. Again, no particular order. Eagles, Niners, Lions. Again, I hate to put this. Cowgirls. Vikings. I think Vikings sneak in. Packers. Falcons.
God, the NFC
those last
South.
3 there.
The NFC South is horrendous. I'm going to go ahead and go out there and say Eagles.
and Saints, ain't you?
Eagles, Niners, Lions, Cowgirls, Rams.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about LA.
Seattle, Minnesota. If I need one more, I think I can keep count there. If I need one more, sneak into Packers there.
Yeah, Jordan Love's looking pretty good. He looked really good against Detroit.
Yeah, so they're looking a little bit better. So, yeah.
I like that. Just kidding. I hate it.
Okay, wow, great. Fantastic.
Terrible.
Yep.
Learn football.
Yep, hope the Steelers
stick to basketball coaching, okay?
Nope, not going to. Hey, we're done with the NFL. Let's move on to the NBA. You can talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it because the NBA's.
You don't even want to mention nothing? Okay, real quick.
It's been boring me here lately. It's been boring me here lately.
Yeah, that's fine. Lakers lost to Philly the other night by 44 points. Joel Embiid went off. This is LeBron's worst loss in his career, which is 44 points. They asked him after the game what needs to change. He said a lot. That was his take. Suns hot on their 7th win in a row without Durant. So they are now, I think, 1st or 2nd in the West. They've snuck in there. Actually, no. They're top now, though. They're coming. They're 7 straight.
The Suns are 6th.
6. Okay.
And they lost tonight. They lost tonight.
Daggone it, dude. This just ruined my take.
Yeah, well, good job. Maybe you should pay attention to your notes.
They won 7 in a row, and then they lost tonight.
Maybe you should upgrade it. Maybe you should update your stuff.
Sorry, I was driving all day.
Oh.
The Bucks win East Group B, and the Knicks win the East Wild Card. So good to see that. If you're wanting to know the next round before the knockout rounds, I'll go through that real quick. East Group A is Pacers. East Group B is Bucks, so they will face each other. East Group C is Celtics. East Wild Card is Knicks. West Group A is Lakers. West Group B is Kings. West Group C is Pelicans. West Wild Card is the Suns. And again, the next round will be the knockout rounds.
So is this this bracket here? Is this like you win, you advance, you lose, you out?
Yeah, it's knockout round.
Cool.
Well, yeah.
Cool. Glad to see that. That'll be interesting.
I think it's seeding, and then they go into knockout.
Because I'll be honest with you, this whole in-season tournament, how they got to this point, confused the absolute bonkers out of me.
Yeah.
Because one night they'd be playing.
They try to win those small tournaments throughout, but they're also just trying to win basketball games.
Like the only way you knew it was the in-season tournament games is the floor was different.
But the championship games do not count against their record.
Yes,
is what Stephen A. Smith was saying. So
this part of the tournament is in Vegas. They will play these games in Vegas. So
yeah, it's kind of like a March Madness all in one. Yeah, I like it.
So does the rest of the NBA be off? Are they off during this stretch?
I
How does
doubt
this
it.
work? How does this work?
I said they'll still be playing.
I don't like it.
Still got regular season games.
That made no sense to me. Could
Got
have made
interning and then regular season. So, but some great still. I mean, this will be some good games here.
Oh yeah, man,
Pacers Bucks is going to be incredible.
I think the bracket sounds amazing. Sounds like a good team, good little bracket.
Yeah. Lakers Kings. Looking forward to that one. Kings are very very good in the West. I like watching that team. Fun team to watch. Yeah, keep an eye on these. It's a good little tournament. Basketball's. I know you said it's boring to you, but I'm actually enjoying what I've been watching. So
it's just been very lackluster for me so far. Like I've tried to get into it, but right now it and hockey are about.
Have you not watched the Bucks? My God, how is that lackluster? Giannis is crazy.
Have you not watched the Colorado Avalanche?
We went to a game in Charlotte, by the way, in February. Are you going?
I didn't get invited, so probably not.
I just invited you.
Oh, but you said we, and I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know who we is. Maybe I don't want to go with the other person. How do I know? How do I know it's Caleb? How do I know you're not lying to me? Just saying this.
We just been talking about
it. Oh, you all been talking about it?
Are you in or out?
Did you at some point? Did you say, "Hey, I wonder if Hess would want to go"?
Hey, I wonder if Hess want to go. Yeah.
Oh, did you say it to Caleb? I don't believe it.
I did. Caleb, if you're listening, back me up.
He's not listening. If he's listening right now, we're recording it.
Hang on, he's calling in.
He's not calling in.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Hey, no,
oh my God.
All right,
let's move
on. College football is at the absolute pinnacle of their season, minus bowl season, and this is conference title game. That is going to be absolutely. I think it's going to be a great week. I'm excited about almost every one of these, honestly. And the first one on the docket here at Tyler's Chocolate Sports is the number 24 Liberty Flames versus the New Mexico State Lobos. What is the?
You got a little. What's a Lobo?
What the hell's a Lobo? Like a cowboy hobo?
God, I don't know. Never heard of a Lobo.
Lobo.
Hey, man, I'm about to give you a Lobo.
Did I even get that? Sure.
Go look that up.
Sorry, they're not the Lobos. They're the Aggies. It was my fault.
He said Lobos.
Who the hell are Lobos?
Andrew, call him out. Why don't you call him out for that mispronunciation?
He will. He'll call me out for it. I'm sure he will.
Good. I'd hate to say three names with a J and mispronounce that. Golly. Anywho,
I think it was the fact that you say you're a Vols fan through and through, and you can't even get his name right. I think that was where his. Yeah.
I say I'm a Vols fan. I just bought all this the other day.
Oh, it's the New Mexico. The New Mexico.
Even got the pants on, man. Okay, hey. Even got the pants on.
New Mexico. God. New Mexico is the Lobos. New Mexico State is the Aggies.
Okay.
So I was close.
I'm proud of you for messing that up and correcting it. Good job. Anyway, I guess you're wanting my prediction.
I kind of. Is that
why we're here?
I mean, that's kind of why we're here. What do you think?
Caden Saltier has a career day.
Oh God,
Liberty.
The former Vol. The former Vol.
Undefeated. He's going to transfer after this year too.
Yeah, where's he going? Tennessee. Coming back.
Yeah, Liberty wins this one. I will say this is going to be a very tough game for Liberty. New Mexico State. Don't forget that last week, or the week before last, they beat Auburn.
No.
That's not the same team.
Oh, you a Bama fan trying to make Auburn act like they was a good team?
No, they killed Auburn. They beat them 31-6 or something.
But are you trying to say that Auburn's a good team, and you're a Bama fan trying to justify the fact that you had to have a last-second touchdown?
I'm sorry. I thought we was talking about Liberty and New Mexico State.
But your claim that that this game is going to be close is because New Mexico State beat Auburn really big.
I said it's going to be a tough game for Liberty.
Yeah.
And it will be close. 28-24, Liberty Flames.
28-24, Liberty Flames. All right,
undefeated season.
I'll tell you what's going to happen here. Liberty's going to come in. They're hosting this game. This game, I think they win this game easily. I think you're looking at like a 28-7 type game. And if they can win this game easily, and depending on what happens in one of these other bowl games, Liberty could finish as the highest at-large school ranked at the end of the year, and they could make a New Year's Six bowl. So this game is absolutely phenomenally huge for the University of Liberty. Like, this is probably the biggest game in their program history. So they're going to come out with energy. That crowd's going to be just absolutely screaming hallelujahs and praising God. And it's going to be huge. It's going to be a great, great game.
I can't throw that in there.
Liberty's going to win this big. Exactly, man.
I like it. Yeah. They got God, baby.
Hey, I do my research. I just don't talk about these schools and act like I don't know what they're doing. I don't read ESPN and be like, yeah, that's what ESPN said.
There's actually a show on Hulu, since you're talking about that, about the old president at Liberty.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
You ever listen to that?
I haven't listened. I've read some stuff about it. I haven't listened to it, but I have.
Man, you need to give that a listen. It's pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah. Almost went there.
Yeah.
Almost went there.
Crazy. We got some viewers that went there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Liberty. I think me and Hess both pick Liberty. I say it's going to be a tight game. He says it's going to be a blowout. We shall see.
You talk about Saltier, though. The X factor for me is going to be the running back. I think it's Quentin Cooley. I think it's Quentin Cooley's his name. That dude's absolute stud. He's a junior, and he is absolutely running over everybody that comes in his way. I don't know why he's not at the University of Georgia, because that's where running backs go. I don't know why he's not here. 202 carries on the year for 1,002. What? Whoa. Oh, because you had one good year of running backs. You think you're now running
You argued with me that Texas was the running back school.
Hey, that was a Texas fan arguing with you that Texas is the running back school. Don't get me wrong, Texas has had some running backs.
But Georgia's had running backs, not this year.
Not this year?
Mm.
Oh, my God. Oh,
not this year. I'm talking about this year.
This year, they're just because they started out slow. Kendall Milton started out hurt, but they got Edwards, who's leading the SEC in touchdowns, scored rushing touchdowns.
And
okay, all right, okay.
We never talk about him.
Yeah, Liberty's
talk about Carson Beck.
Yeah,
Carson Beck.
I'm sorry that we average over 600 yards of offense. We can actually pass the game.
Get off your freaking Bulldogs! We got them on this segment.
I'm sorry that we can pass for 300 yards a game and rush for 300 a game, but the Vols can't do that because they can't. All they do is screen passes.
A bandwagon, I swear.
Okay,
God, that's something a bandwagon would say.
Wow. All right, we're moving on to the other Friday game. These, by the way, this Liberty game is Friday at 7:00. At 8:00 on Friday, you do have probably. A lot of people are going to vote this one probably the game of the weekend. I think
I have to agree.
You'll have some fun with this one, I think. I have a feeling. I've been doing a lot of thinking about this one. The Oregon Ducks rematch against the Washington Huskies, neutral site, Pac-12 championship. What's your thoughts and who you got?
Yeah, so in the last pod too, I mentioned this, but this game has more than just Pac-12 championship implications. You're going to have to look at Heisman talks because both these guys are in the Heisman runner, and 2 Final Four implications. So whoever wins this game is going to probably make it into the Final Four. If not, I'd be really surprised. Something crazy would have to happen. But anyway, if we go back in the season, regular season, Washington won this one, if you remember, 36-33 with the Oregon Ducks missing a field goal to tie it to go to overtime. So they did step away with that win. One big thing here, Big Penix energy. Kind of fell off in the month of November. He ranked 62nd in efficiency, completing only 57.9% of his passes, 954 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. If you go on the other side of the ball, Bo Nix actually heated up, 89% of his passes, 1,569 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So that's kind of a way I'm leaning at the minute with that. And then if you go into the other side of the ball, it comes down to defense. Washington's down to 93rd in total defense. That's absolutely horrid. Oregon ranks 15th total. So that's a big factor in this game. Give me the Ducks in a statement win, 38-31.
Okay, a statement win, 38-31, touchdown. You got them winning. All right, here we go. Pac-12, we talked about them all year. We've went there every podcast. I don't think there's been one podcast we haven't talked about at least one Pac-12 game. Here's what I'm going to say. Pac-12 is the most overrated conference in college football.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
I think that all they've done is beat up on each other. They've inflated their stats. Outside of Oregon, there's no team that has a defense that's worth anything out in the Pac-12. So no wonder Bo Nix looks like he's God's gift to Oregon. Michael Penix is a better quarterback than Bo Nix. He has a better pass. He passes the ball better than Bo Nix. The only thing that makes Bo Nix better is he has better weapons around him. America's going with Oregon in this one. They've got on ESPN and on CBS Sports, I think both of them, it's like 80% Oregon on it. And again, I've said it before, it's really hard to beat a team twice in the same year. You don't see it much. I had something. Did you hear that? Oh, it was weird. I had some reverb or something in my headset there. Anyway, like I was saying, this game is huge. You're right. This is a lot of Heisman implications on it for Mr. Hair Jail over there at Oregon.
Oh, my God. Be a hater more.
It's all up to him. I think I'm having internet issues. I'm having connectivity issues. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I just really think this game is close. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Washington pulls this one out again. I think they win this game. Thought about this one a lot. I'm not really worried about that defense being ranked 93rd. I think Michael Penix and Nunez. I think that's how you say his name, the wide receiver. I think they got a better connection than what Oregon's got with Bo Nix and Franklin. So I'm going Washington in this game. Very high scoring. Final score 52-48. Washington.
52-48, Washington.
And Washington will move up to the number 2 spot in the playoff.
Number 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's bold.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Bold. I like it. Too bad Oregon's going to win.
Nope.
All right, let's move on. OK State versus Texas.
Ooh, buddy. This is a big game right here. This is the Pac-12 or Big 12 championship, sorry. And this is the final time that Texas will ever compete in a Big 12 championship. So, hey, everybody's going with Texas in this one. I mean, they got to win the conference championship before they leave for the SEC. Quinn Ewers playing really good football. They did lose their main running back to ACL tear, so that kind of hurts them. I don't know what the injury status is on Xavier Worthy. I think he might be out as well. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to check that. It'll be a huge hit for Texas. Over the last 10 meetings, Oklahoma State has won 8 of the last 10 meetings with Texas and Oklahoma State playing each other. And the last 2 meetings between the two teams, Oklahoma State has won in 2021 and 2022. And with that being said, I'm going Texas in this game. Closer than the experts think. I'm going shout Lee Corso there on that one. Texas by a field goal.
I like that. I like that take a lot, but I totally disagree with you. How about that? Texas has opportunity.
You think Oklahoma State's going
in a Big 12 title? I'm talking.
My God.
To win their first Big 12 title since 2009. That's a long time ago. That's right before you graduated, Hess.
Yeah.
And you're old as crap. So
that was probably my senior year. It would have been because it would have been.
Yep, it would have been your senior year. Yep. Only thing to keep OK State in this one, we've said his name multiple times here on the pod. Ollie Gordon, second. Sorry, almost gave him some. Leads country in rushing yards with 1580, and is second in country with rushing touchdowns as of 20 rushing touchdowns as of right now. OK State's just happy to be here right now. They should not be here. They're 9-3. Shouldn't have snuck in here. They were terrible at the first half of the year. Got really hot at that West Virginia game and rode off that. Got lucky here, too, these last couple games. They have no defense, ranked 112th in the nation. Defense still wins football games. So I see Texas dominating. I don't think it's going to be close. I think Texas comes out here slinging 48-24.
I thought I was about to have to come over and smack you across the face because you said I disagree with you. I thought you were going with Oklahoma State, and I was like, man,
Texas needs a huge statement win here too to even have a chance of making it.
Hey, fun fact: they don't have a chance because there's never been a team below 6th in the final playoff rankings to make it to the
them putting Ohio State above them. I highly disagree with.
Well, they had to put Ohio State there because it was Ohio State's first loss. But they put Oregon ahead of
Michigan.
They put Oregon ahead of them, saying that Oregon is the best one-loss team, which I'll agree with. But you can't put Alabama ahead of Texas because Texas beat them. I got a scenario coming up here in a little bit. It's going to be interesting. But I agree with you. Texas needs to win this big. But again, never, ever since they've had the 14 playoff has a team ranked below the 6th spot in the playoff rankings before the conference championships advanced into the playoffs. So the odds are not in Texas's favor no matter what happens in this game. But I'm going Texas by field goal. You're going Texas.
I'm going Hunger Games here.
I'm going Hunger
Games. We'll make it in.
All right. Interesting. There's going to be a lot of people happy about that. The next game.
Look at orange.
I don't think many people are talking about because they probably don't actually give a crap about it. But that would be the Toledo versus Miami, Ohio. That is the MAC Conference Championship.
Yeah. Toledo has a really good offense. 32 points a game, ranks 28th nationally. Miami ranks 79th with only 24.1 points a game. Even better on defense, though, is Toledo. They're 7th overall, only allowing 16 points per game compared to Miami, who ranks 30th. Still very, very stout. But give me Toledo Rockets here, 35-24. I'm going to go through that one quick.
Going Toledo Rockets, I like this game. In Detroit, guys. It's going to be really cold. It's going to be 37 degrees. You can go to this game for $5 if you want to. Little Caesars is a sponsor of this one, so go there. Go to Detroit. Go to Ford Field. It's in a dome, so you're going to stay warm. Get you some Little Caesars pizza and watch Miami, Ohio pull off the upset by a field goal.
Stupid. Absolute dumb.
Stupid? You think I'm stupid?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I picked Miami, Ohio. Famous player went to Miami, Ohio. Go. Name it. Ben Roethlisberger. All right, moving on.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that? Look at that.
How about that?
Look at
How about
that.
that?
How about that? Look at
How
that.
about
And
that?
you call yourself a Steelers fan.
I know. I knew it was coming. It
Now,
is what it is.
it is what it is. Let's go to another game here. This game.
Keith Miller.
All right.
SMU
SMU
versus
versus
Tulane.
the American
Yep.
Athletic Conference Championship. This game's actually, I think it's going to be a very competitive game. A lot of people got SMU in this game, which surprisingly shocks me in this one. I think I've read on 3 different Fox Sports, CBS, and ESPN. It's about a 75% split SMU, and which I don't understand unless there's something I'm missing. I'm going Tulane in this one though. Tulane by 10.
Tulane by 10. I like it. Tulane won their last meetup the last time they played, 59-24. One thing about this that I thought was interesting, Preston Stone for SMU broke his leg, who was their star QB. So they'll have a backup QB playing Kevin Jennings. I like Tulane in this one. They've been tough all year. They're a tough little team. 24-21, I think it's going to be a field goal game. Also, too, fun fact, if Tulane wins and Bama wins, or Bama loses, they're projecting them to play a bowl game. So it'll be Tulane and Bama.
Well, they got Tulane.
That would be an absolute beatdown.
They even if depending on what happens, I mean, depending on if Bama makes playoff or not. Tulane's, that's what my argument was. If Tulane loses this game and Liberty wins, Liberty would take Tulane's spot.
Oh, okay.
So they would be the highest at large.
So this is your other team. Okay.
Yes.
I got you.
So Liberty is big SMU fans. So maybe that's why America's voting for SMU. I don't really understand. But like you said, this game, Tulane is a 3.5-point favorite.
God's country.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's move on down to the SEC Championship at 4 o'clock on CBS on Saturday. You got the Georgia Bulldogs versus the Alabama Dixieland Delight Roll Tide. Let's go. Tell me.
Did I even need to talk on this one? Georgia can't even get their name right because I don't care so much. But Georgia started sluggish against Georgia Tech last week. I was really hoping an upset would happen there, just so I could come ring your doorbell and tell you. By the way, guys, Hess said Georgia's not going to lose until 2026. I have it screenshot it on my phone. He told me to screenshot it, save it, announce it, do whatever I want with it, put it on Facebook. So I have that saved. He said they will not lose until 2026. So I am looking for a one loss before 2026 is all I'm looking for. Last week Bama escaped with a nail biter. Jalen Milroe, very, very good. He's definitely improved these past few games. You can't disagree with that. Georgia has a 52% chance to win this game. I don't know if that's changed. This was, I done my notes yesterday, but I say it's probably still pretty close. This is definitely going to be a good game. But if you ask me who I think is going to win, Georgia needs to keep being Georgia. All Georgia really needs to do is shut down Milroe. They shut down Milroe, Bama's got nothing. Plain and simple. Give me Bulldogs, 35-24. I think they walk away with this one in the second half. God, I hate saying that. Take care.
All right. Georgia Bulldogs versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. This is going to be an absolutely amazing game. I'm really excited for it. This is only the 4th time in Nick Saban's career at Alabama that he has been an underdog, and all 4 times it has been against the Georgia Bulldogs. Another fun fact, Georgia has never beat Alabama in the SEC title game. Bama has beat them every time they have played each other in the SEC title. So the odds are not easy there. I wouldn't say that. Maybe overall. Maybe overall, Nick Saban's a better coach. But
I had to say that. That was requested this morning.
Right now, currently, Kirby Smart's probably the best coach in college football. But I think Nick Saban, what he's done at Alabama this year is his best coaching he's ever done in his career. And again, I said it on a couple. I think I've seen the shared clip on Facebook and stuff. Milroe has impressed me. I really became a fan of this guy. I like how he carries himself. I'm very nervous about this game, to be honest with you. Alabama's got hot.
Woo, good. Good. And I need you nervous.
They've played really good football. I mean, rivalry week is rivalry week. You're going to struggle against teams you shouldn't struggle against because that's what it's about. It's about there's more about there's more going on in those games than what's going on with the football field. There's emotions. There's a lot of chat, a lot of stuff going on through the week. I mean, those games are close for that very reason. But back to the Georgia game, Georgia played that game without Ladd McConkey, without Brock Bowers, and without 2 offensive linemen because Kirby said they needed rest. They did put him on the injury report, but it was for rest. So that's why the committee said that they didn't put Michigan number 1 because everybody's like, oh, Michigan beat Ohio State. They should be number 1. They said Georgia did beat Georgia Tech without their star offensive players. So that's why Georgia's sitting there. That's why the game was close. Georgia
Couldn't
Tech
even consider Michigan over Georgia. I don't know who said that, but
hats off to Georgia Tech, making it close. Love that guy. He was our special teams coordinator, and he's brought the Georgia mentality to Georgia Tech, and he's trying to implicate that there, and he's doing a good things there. But back to this game, I am nervous about it, and my final score in this game is Georgia by 21.
I like all that hype just to say they're going to beat them by 21. I love it. Yeah, I got Georgia with 11. I don't know what the spread is. I think it's 6.5.
Updated spread is 5.5. Georgia
5.5 now. Okay, it was 6.5 yesterday.
54.5 is the over under. This game is played in the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
Yep. Yeah, so it'd be kind of home field advantage, I guess. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, it should be. I don't know. Bama fans travel well. Yeah. You want to announce what we're going to probably do with this one?
There's a very good possibility we're going to do something unprecedented here at Tyler's Talking Sports. Something we've kind of talked about since we did this podcast.
Give me the claps.
Since we did this podcast.
I want the claps on this.
You want the claps on this. So I'll do this. Something we've always wanted to do. And it's going to be interesting if we can pull it off. But
God, can you find the claps?
Nothing's working, man. I'm telling you, I'm having all kinds of technical issues over here. Probably going to randomly work in the middle of whatever. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry that Point Broadband is absolutely destroying what I'm trying to do over here, okay? I'm sorry about it. Maybe I can get this one. Nothing. Won't do nothing. Anyway, what we're going to think about doing, guys, is we're thinking about going live here at my man cave. If you're watching, you can see I'm going to set it up. I've been doing a lot of stuff here at the house to try to figure out how to make it work exactly right. And I think I've got it figured out how to get it working. And what we're going to do is we're going to sit on this couch, and it's going to be me, Tyler Castle. I would say Caleb Johnson is going to be here. I'm going to invite Andrew Mays up, see if he wants to be part of it. And we're going to do a live reaction show to this game. We're going to watch the game. We're going to talk football. It's going to be 4 guys watching football, eating snacks, drinking a beer or two, drinking a Coke, drinking water, drinking whatever we want to drink, having a good time, just being ourselves and watching football. And it's going to be live on YouTube and live possibly on Facebook as well at the same time. I think it's going to be really fun, something different. Kind of excited about it. We'll see what happens. But the title, I've already got some stuff worked out. If it is us 4 or us 3, it could be 4 guys, 1 couch.
Oh, no.
Nope. Okay. 3 balls, 1 dog.
3 balls, 1 dog? Yeah, I like that.
But
3 balls, 1 dog.
We can make it happen. It's going to be pretty fun. And if we do that, it will, like I said, it will be it'll just be nothing scripted.
4 guys, 1 couch.
Just us watching some football and having a good time. So be looking out for that. If it does get 100% confirmed, it will be posted on all of our social media. And we will go live probably about 15 minutes before kickoff of the Georgia-Alabama game, which is scheduled to kick off at 4:05 on CBS.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
All right. Louisville. FSU.
Louisville, FSU. I got Louisville.
Dang it. I got Louisville in this one,
Just kidding you, dude. Florida State's going to win this game.
Okay.
Florida State is going to win this game because Rodemaker is going to come out and he's going to play
You waited
good.
until I said that, right?
He's going to play good. They're not going to turn over the football. That defense is going to show up because if Louisville can't beat a subpar SEC school coached by Mark Stoops in Kentucky, then there's no way they're going to beat this Florida State team. So Florida State wins this game.
Conservative team in Kentucky. FSU looked good against Florida. Looked very good. Tate Rodemaker looked fine. Of course, you would want to have your star quarterback, but he looked fine. FSU needs to knock it out of the park here.
You say FNU?
Just to get FNU. Yeah,
FNU.
Messed up.
FNU.
Don't get me, Andrew. FSU. I'm gonna do this all night. FSU needs to knock it out of the park here to remain in the top 4. FSU is favored by 6 still. Is that right?
FSU is favored by 2.5.
Oh, wow, that's changed. Okay. They were 6-point favorites as of yesterday. But I like Louisville here. They're going to pull off a miracle 35-33 in a thriller.
A miracle? You think it's a miracle that they're beating Florida State with a backup quarterback?
Yeah.
So you really
lost to Kentucky.
So you have no hope in Louisville?
I said in a miracle and a thriller.
Glad you said that. I'm glad you said Louisville. That goes into what I'm going to finish this off with. But
Oh God,
let's go to the next game that
can't wait.
I'm excited about this one. Actually, I am excited about this one because of the way I think it's going to go is going to be absolutely glorious, and I'm excited about it. This is going to be a defensive slobber knock, blood gushing everywhere, head banging,
slobber
knocker.
Mm.
Slobber knocker. That's old Coach Taylor words right there. If y'all don't know Daryl Taylor, get to know him. He's a good guy. Anyway, Michigan versus Iowa, Big Ten championship game in Indianapolis, 8 o'clock. Both these last two games we talked about are your prime time games, 8 o'clock. I don't understand how that's possible because to me, the Alabama-Georgia
Michigan's the best team.
Okay. Michigan, Wolverines versus the Iowa Hawkeyes. Hit me up with it, buddy, because I'm so mad right now I don't even want to talk about it.
Boarfest. Don't even want to watch this. Michigan's a 23-point favorite. That might have spread up even more since yesterday. Iowa has one of the best defenses in the league, but no offense.
It went down. It went down. They're 21.5 point.
Okay, well, it's 23. I think final will be 13-3. Wolves. Or Wolverines, sorry.
The Wolves.
Wolf.
I've said it the last couple podcasts. Michigan doesn't impress me on offense. J.J. McCarthy he's a backyard quarterback playing with a great offensive line. Blake.
Are you referring to the games, like the backyard sports? Because Pueblo on that was insane.
No, I'm not playing.
So just saying.
No, I'm talking like just straight backyard. This
You said backyard sports.
Okay. Anyway, Corum, I think he's an overrated running back as well. But I will say this: Michigan has an absolutely elite defense. I think they have the best defensive backs in the country. What they did against Ohio State, what they did against Marvin Harrison Jr. in the game against Ohio State, what they've done all year has just been truly, truly impressive to me on defense. So their defense is really good, but their offense it does nothing for me to excite me at all. They're no different than Iowa. People back on Iowa's offense, and it makes no difference to me. So in this game, I think it's going to be extremely low scoring, but I think Iowa pulls it out 10-7. Final score: Iowa Hawkeyes pull off the upset, shock the world, 10-7, and Michigan fans blame Ohio State for the loss for some reason because that's just what they do.
Oh, ouch. Throwing shots out there. But bang, bang.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally disagree with that. I was terrible on offense.
Don't care.
Terrible.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday, except it's not Sunday.
That's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Yep. Any team can win on
any given Saturday.
That's right. That is right. With that being said, bud, what is your playoff for? Who's the 4 teams going to be in the college football playoff?
Are you ready?
Yep. I want you to give me number 4 up to number 1.
Okay.
Because 4 will play
backwards.
4 will play 1, 3 and 2 play each other.
Yeah. I've watched college football. Thank you.
Oh, didn't know. You're a Vols fan. Didn't know if you knew how the playoffs worked.
Oh, yeah. I always keep up with it.
Oh.
I always enjoy cheering on the other teams.
Y'all were in it for a little bit last year. The rankings.
Yeah.
That was cool.
We lost South Carolina and lost our quarterback. Yeah. What coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? Anywho, Georgia. 1.
I said 4-1, but okay, 1-4. It works. Georgia 1.
Florida State. 4. You got to win.
I agree.
Oregon. 3. Michigan. 2.
Okay.
Only if Florida State wins.
Well, I'm going to go with Georgia 1 playing Texas at 4.
You just said no, never happened before. Ooh.
Texas at 4.
Okay.
And then
he's pulling some Katniss, folks.
Washington at 2.
Oh, okay. So you got Washington winning big.
And Florida State at 3.
Washington.
Because they're going to beat Louisville.
Okay.
But let's just say craziness happens here. I want to get your opinion on this one. Say Georgia gets beat by Alabama. Florida State gets beat by Louisville.
Okay.
Michigan wins. Washington wins. Who's in? And Georgia loses close.
Georgia
loses close.
still put Georgia's got to stay in. This is a championship game. They
Wait,
went undefeated regular season.
You don't put Bama in?
If it's close, if Bama wins substantially, then yes. But if it's close, I still don't think they make it. I don't think you do 2 SEC schools. Did you say Florida State wins in this scenario or loses? Loses.
Loses.
And Washington wins.
Mm-hmm. Michigan wins, Washington wins. And then
so those two are automatically in.
Georgia
so
and Florida State
spots
wins.
Here. I mean, I guess. Does Texas win?
Yeah, big.
Big.
Bama wins close. Ohio State's at 6.
Okay, Texas. I get.
Oh
my God! I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Texas 3, Georgia 4. Texas didn't lose to Bama.
But you're going to put Georgia over Bama? But Georgia's only loss came to Bama?
Yeah.
Okay, say Florida State wins.
Alabama would have to kill Georgia.
Say Florida State wins. Same scenario, but Florida State wins.
You cannot put a non-ACC school. If ACC school goes undefeated all year, they got to be that 4 spot. As bad as I hate to say it.
Okay, so Georgia only drops to 3? But Texas wins big and they lose close to Alabama.
Texas misses out.
And Alabama misses out.
Alabama, they lost.
Oregon.
That's my thing. That's the way I would have to look at that.
So
who hasn't lost?
Right,
who has?
Last scenario.
Okay.
Georgia loses close. Oregon wins big. Florida State wins big.
Okay.
Texas wins big. Michigan loses. No, Michigan wins. Say Michigan wins. Florida State loses big.
Did you say Texas wins?
Yeah, Texas wins big.
Georgia loses.
Georgia loses close. Michigan wins big. Texas
so Michigan
wins
goes to 1. Florida State loses. Michigan 1.
Okay.
Who wins Oregon, Washington? Washington?
Oregon big.
Oregon.
Oregon real big.
Oregon goes to 2. Yeah. 3. Oh, God. I still won't put Georgia there. I don't think Georgia misses the top 4. I really don't.
So you're saying no matter really what happens, Georgia's a lock.
Unless you go out there and lose like 63-0. I just don't. It's not going to happen either. But I don't see Georgia missing. I might be completely wrong on that, but I just do not.
Most scenarios.
Only thing I could see how Texas gets in is due to this right here. It's going to bring more viewers, everything, stuff like that. So that's the only reason why.
Projected scenarios, if Georgia losing, and any of the combination of what I've told you has both Alabama and Georgia missing the playoff.
That's insane. That is insane.
I've also seen one that has Oregon and Washington both making it. Oregon beats Washington close. Georgia loses big. Alabama doesn't make it in. But Texas jumps to 2, Michigan jumps to 1, and then Oregon and Washington, because Washington's only loss is close.
You're gonna get at least 1 SEC in there, and my pick's on Georgia.
That's interesting.
I think Georgia's better than Alabama.
All right, I like it. I just want to go over those scenarios. I would hate to be a part of the committee. That's just
that'd be tough.
Thank God it's going to 12.
Thank God next year. Yeah.
Yep. But Heisman, who's winning it? I don't want to know who's going. I want to know who's winning the Heisman.
Who's winning?
Yep.
I cannot tell you that right now because they're still this weekend.
Say everything goes the way you say it's going to go.
Dang it. I'm still going to go with Jaden Daniels, as bad as I hate to say this. But season's 40 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 3,812 yards, 1,134 rushing yards. First QBR rate, 95.6. But the biggest thing that hurts him in this race is the lackluster LSU 9-3 season. And I had, wrote down, how does this weekend go for Bo? Because I think Bo's still favored it. I think he's in first. Jaden Daniels, freak.
I think politically and how the NCAA goes with this whole Heisman Trophy, I think Bo Nix will end up winning it, but he should not win this Heisman. It should be Jaden Daniels. That kid is the best player in the country. It shouldn't
He
matter
is.
what their record is. It shouldn't matter anything. He is the best player in the country, and Jaden Daniels should be the Heisman winner, but I think Bo Nix ends up winning it because he'll say he's the best player
I'll say it
on
right.
top team. So
Only if he plays good this weekend.
and before we leave college football, even though we've talked about it a lot, I want to talk about Mike Elko becoming the new head coach at Texas A&M. Also, before I get in deep into that, Tennessee has lost their running back coach. He's going to Middle Tennessee State. Georgia lost their DB coach. He is heading to Syracuse to be the head coach there. But back to Mike Elko. He took a 6-year, $42 million deal. He could have had any amount of money he wanted. He told A&M to give him the least amount of money they felt like giving him because he – and I love this comment. He said that he makes more money coaching a sport than he should, and he doesn't need the money. And he's here to build a foundation and win national championships and make Texas A&M a prominent power football team. So good for them. I love the hire Mike Elko. I think more teams need to go that route. A 6-year contract with low money, great incentives. His incentives are all if he wins the SEC title, wins 10 games, makes the playoff, wins a playoff game, wins a national title, he makes a lot more money. But he has to prove it, and I think that's a great deal. Instead of the whole Jimbo thing, when they hired Jimbo, they had a national championship trophy. They had a national championship trophy at his press conference that said Texas A&M national champions in 20 blank. Head coach Jimbo Fisher. Guess what? Never happened. But
yep. He's still cashing.
I did read a thing today, or didn't read it. I was told this evening before you went on this podcast by Matthew Smith. He said that he had read that Texas A&M has only had two or three seasons where they've lost more than 4 games in their entire existence.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a good program.
That's impressive.
So.
Yeah. He'll do good there.
Mike Elko, I think this will be good. Interesting to see what happens. The other thing that before we leave, one last thing, Colorado is losing commits left and right.
Yep. Lost 2 today.
Yep. They've lost all their quarterback commits. They lost their top priority receiver.
4-star and 3-star.
Yep. All right, man. Before we do leave all this, bowl season's right around the corner. It's my favorite time of the year. I love bowl season. It's not what it used to be because everybody focuses on New Year's 6, but bowl season started. And here at Tyler's Talkin Sports, we're going to do a Bowl Mania on ESPN where you go in when the bowl games are announced. You'll go in and you'll pick the winner. There'll be no money involved or nothing big. It's just all for bragging rights. Me, Castle, everybody else that's involved with Tyler Talkin Sports will be involved in it. You go in, go through each bowl game, you pick your winner. If you come out on top, you get bragging rights. And if you want to, I'll throw it out there. If you want to be on the show and you win it, we'll put you on the show for one episode so you get on here and brag to everybody about how you beat the 2 guys that run the show.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, we have another league that Hess and I are in just on college picks, and we are tied for first place. So this weekend it'll come down to the winner. So
yep.
We shall say we probably pick the same teams. But
probably.
We'll see.
We'll tie.
We'll see.
We will see what happens. But college football's been great. Let's move over to the other college sport that plays with the round ball, college basketball. Hit us off with this one, buddy. Miami versus Kentucky.
Yeah. That was a good game. Kentucky absolutely blew them out of the water. 95-73 was the final. This was the second largest win over AP Top 10 for John Calipari. So pretty impressive there. I didn't realize that. Biggest 3 takeaways for me here was field goal percentage. Kentucky shot 59.7% from the field. Miami was held to 44%. Assist, you got to pass that ball. Kentucky had 26 assists to Miami's 8. And lastly, turnovers. Miami had 15 turnovers to Kentucky's 8. That'll win you ball games left and right if you can beat them in those 3 statistics.
Yep.
Antonio Reeves, you mentioned him. That was your guy. That was your pick. Had a good game. He had 18 points. My 2 guys that I picked, true freshmen. Reed Shepard, he balled out, had 21 points, 5 boards, 4 assists. Dillingham dished the ball out great, 9 assists, 12 points. Can absolutely stroke it.
Yep. Stroke it.
This Kentucky team. Yeah, this Kentucky team's good.
Yeah, I agree. It's probably one of Calipari's best teams he's got. I mean, you both picked Miami in this one, so we look kind of stupid right now. So maybe we need to do more research on college basketball, or maybe we're just too involved in our own teams. But Kentucky just came out of this game and it was like, "Hey, we're going."
The only reason I picked Miami is because I can't pick Kentucky.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Calipari at all, but I really thought Miami they had more.
Again, you need to watch that. That. I'll send you the link.
Good. Sure, a Kentucky fan would send me that. Miami had more experience, more senior leadership. I figured they'd win this game. So disappointed in the outcome, but hey, Kentucky's proven they got a good team, and this could be a team that makes a deep, deep run come March. So we'll be interested to see how far they can go with this team. Let's move on to the next.
Yeah, a lot of season left.
Move on to the upset of the night. I didn't see this coming. Well, actually, I did. I called this. I did say this. Clemson over Alabama in this game. What did you think about this one?
Yeah,
man?
I fell asleep in this one. It was tied 44-44. Had to get up and work. They didn't play till like 9:30s with tip off, 9:15, something like that. So it was a late game. It's after the Kentucky-Miami game. But like I said, it was tied 44-44. I think Clemson ended up pulling away at the end, 85-77. I think it ended up being the final, something like that.
85-77.
Kind of surprised me. Clemson now improves to 6-0. Bama now, that's their second loss.
Yep, they're 5-2.
5-2. Bama still stay. I think they'll stay in the top 25. I think they'll be like 24th.
They're 23rd right now.
Okay, so I didn't miss by much. And then Clemson should be top 25 now.
I think they should be. And my man, I think I called him out, their center, PJ Hall, senior. He had 21 points. He shot 6 or 7 free throws. He was 6 for 11 for the field. I think that was a big difference maker. He played good down low, which is starting to become the common thing here. If you have a big man that can actually score, it's starting to actually prove some things. Maybe it's an SEC problem. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. ACC seems like they've got a lot more better physical big men down low than the SEC, but the SEC's got better guard play, in my opinion, than the ACC. But I did call this one. I was kind of shocked by the outcome because I really thought Bama was a better team, but I wanted to, shot in the dark here, and Clemson should have put money on it. They seem to do that a lot. But yeah, Clemson won that game 85-77, and we'll move on to – I'm sorry, buddy. Move on to a game that happened Wednesday. Just actually went final a couple hours ago. The Tennessee Vols versus the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Yeah, this one they start off terrible. I think the halftime score takes you was 61-39.
It was
the
absolutely
halftime
horrendous.
Score. Most points ever given up in Rick Barnes' career at Tennessee. I think it was the most since 2006 when he was at Texas as well. That would be Kevin Durant, like right in that era. So yeah, absolutely horrid. Shot really good from the field. Dalton Connect had a great game. He ended up finishing with 37 points. He did go out with a ankle injury right there at the end, so hopefully he's okay. I haven't had time to read yet. I'll read tonight before I go to bed to see how long he's projected to be out. That's huge. That's their leading scorer. He's very good. He's a transfer too, so very good player. Josiah Jordan James had a great game as well. Shot really well from the field. Yes, I put a little emphasis on that.
Good, because Andrew's listening for that one.
Yeah. Sorry, man. The dude's got 3 J's. Sorry. But, Tennessee played really good second half. I think they closed, 92-100 was the final.
Yeah.
So they closed in on that big lead, but they just got way too behind too early. UNC's tough. UNC shot really, really good from 3-point. They was, I think, over 50% from 3-point. Hard to beat a team when the ball's going in on 3-point. Right. You take UNC's threes, let's say they're shooting 30%, Tennessee wins this game. Tennessee's okay. They're going to be all right. That's their 3rd loss in a row. 3 super tough teams, in my opinion. They lost to Purdue, Kansas, now UNC. So they fall to 4-3.
Yeah, 4-3 on here.
So they're going to have to get their act together. They will drop on this one. I think they'll drop about 20th probably. But yeah, I think they'll get it turned around.
I mean, if you really look at it, y'all scored 39 points in the first half, but you held North Carolina 39 points in the second half. So if y'all could have just got a little bit more together, you only lost this game 192. You got it within 8. That's a good comeback. As far as Dalton Connect goes, from what I've been seeing on some people I follow and stuff, they seen him walk back to the bus. Minor limp, no crutches, nothing like that. So it seems like he's going to be okay. It might be a day-to-day, may give a game off to rest his ankle, but it seems like he's going to be okay and nothing serious has happened. So Vols fans, you can breathe a little easier tonight. You didn't lose another star player off a team. He's a great kid, great player. You told me about him. I've watched him. 37 points tonight. Great game. Big thing with North Carolina. Big men down low. Armando Babcock had 11 rebounds. 9 of those are defensive. 2 of those are offensive. Their point guard, Kanu, I can't really say his last name. He had 10 assists in that game. But North Carolina's came in, they played. It was the Chapel Hill. They got the big lead, and they held y'all off. It is what it is.
I've said this.
Y'all got 3 losses, and the 3 losses are against 3 teams I think are at least Sweet 16 teams.
About those 3 losses, and we'll move on to the next team because I know we're getting close on time. But Tennessee don't have big man. I've said this before. They don't have a true big man. In each game, with Zach Levy, Kansas's guy, I cannot think of his name right now, and then Bacot.
Hutchinson.
They absolutely just Hutchison, yeah. They all three of them almost had like triple doubles against us.
Yeah.
So absolutely destroying us down low. That's where they're losing. They do have Adu. He's okay. He's pretty good. Had a better game tonight, but still no actual true big man. And I think that's what's hurting this team right now. So if they can figure out how to slow down the big man when they play these teams, I think they'll be all right. Still very early in the season, so 3 heartbreaking losses. So still got a pretty tough season 2 left to go. But it's college basketball, folks. That's what happens.
Well, hey, let's keep it going with another Wednesday night game with the ACC SEC Challenge, UVA versus Texas A&M. UVA wins this game, typical UVA fashion, 59-47, holding another team under 50 points.
We both picked UVA in this one. I've always said that's a great defensive team. They bounced back. They lost to Wisconsin.
Yes, Wisconsin,
right?
Yep.
They lost to Wisconsin, then bounced back here against Texas A&M. Texas A&M could not shoot. They were that defense is legit. I do think UVA's defense is probably the best in the nation, or top 3 at least. UVA, they look good.
Yeah,
typical UVA.
Andrew Rhodes, he scored 13 points, and Virginia took command with a 17-2 run, ending the half to beat Texas A&M 59-47 on Wednesday night. So UVA, good defense. Buzz Williams, again, it seems like he couldn't beat Virginia when he was coaching at Tech, and he can't do it while he's at A&M. But A&M's still a good basketball team. It's early. All this stuff. Everybody's trying to figure out what they got, so we ain't even gotten to the meat of college basketball. So A&M will still be there. Nothing to worry about, just a learning lesson. But we'll move on to another game that's actually going on right now. There's actually 1 minute and 24 seconds left in this game. And in this game, it is Colorado versus Colorado State.
Yeah, I picked Colorado in this one, but I think right here.
I picked Colorado State.
They're down right now. Yeah, they're down by 6.
Nope, 81-75.
That's kind of crazy because Colorado was a huge favorite in this one. Let me look at some stats because I know it's going on while we've been recording.
It is going on. I did see the rankings change when we was doing this. Colorado was ranked 8th.
Terrible first half for Colorado, just like Tennessee. They only scored 26 points. Colorado State scored 41, and now they've scored 49 in the second half to 40. So it looks like they're trying to make a comeback.
Well, my man Isaiah Stevens is leading Colorado State with 19 points. I think I talked about him. Colorado State's, I think, will pull this one off. Big win for them. That's a good team. That's a team that's made the tournament the last 3-4 years in a row.
They're 6-0.
Yeah, they're a good team. Good little basketball team. A lot of singers on that team. That's a team to watch out for down the stretch. That's definitely going to be a team that's going to sneak up on some people. But moving into another game that's actively going on right now, which is turning into not much of a game. You all know the final when you listen to this, but the Arkansas versus Duke game. Duke is in Arkansas playing in another SEC ACC Challenge. Unranked Arkansas versus number 7 Duke. And as of right now, with only 9 minutes to go, Arkansas is up 60-47.
Oh, wow. Up 13?
Yep.
Didn't see that one. Me and you both picked Duke.
Yep. I take Duke.
I thought Filipowski. How's he playing?
I will look that up. Filipowski is 4 for 14 from the field with 9 points. 0 for 4 from the 3-point line. Their leading scorer is Roach with 13 points.
Jeremy Roach.
Yep.
Shout out to Jeremy Roach. He just broke 1,000 points. Not many people have done that in Duke careers because they usually go to the NBA. He's on a 1,000-point career so far. He's from
Leesburg, Virginia. Loves the singers. Yeah, looks like Duke makes a good comeback here. It was tight. It was close at half. It was 33-32 at half, but this second half is all Arkansas. So we'll see. A lot of time left in this game, and Duke may be able to pull this one out. But right now, Arkansas is in command. But some games coming up for Friday and Saturday. You college basketball fans out there, there's 3 games we picked. We're just going to go over. We're going to name them, and we'll pick who we think is going to win. And the first one on the docket is a Friday night game. Number 5 Kansas versus number 4 UConn.
It's going to be a great game. I like UConn in this one. Nobody's really talking about UConn. They're kind of quiet. Kansas, going to be Kansas. They're tough. It's no way around it. But I just kind of feel like UConn's under the radar, under the shadow. So give me UConn.
Going UConn, like at 7-0 UConn. Number 5 Kansas. I'm going to go Kansas in this one. I just love the big man of Hutchinson. He's a dominant force. Bill Self is an incredible coach. Don't get me wrong, UConn's good, but I think Kansas wins this game. This is the Big East Big 12 battle. This game is in Kansas, and it's really hard to win at Allen Fieldhouse. Give me Kansas close.
Yeah, should be a great game.
Another game coming up. I think this is also part of the. This might be part of a challenge too. This is the number 3 Marquette versus Wisconsin. This game is played in Madison, Wisconsin, Saturday at 12:30. So you can watch this before football kicks off if you want to. Who you got in this one, bud?
Marquette big.
I got Marquette in this one.
Marquette.
Go ahead.
Marquette's tough.
Marquette is a very tough team. Shaka Smart's he's done really good. He's took them from the ground up. When he got a hold of Marquette, they really went where they needed to be. He's built them into a powerhouse program. But I think this game is close. This game is played in the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. Tough place to play. Wisconsin's a good team. They proved that they can beat
Wisconsin.
They can beat UVA. They beat that defense. So obviously Wisconsin's got a pretty good defense themselves. I think this game is close, but I think Marquette pulls it out down the stretch. And last but not least, another Saturday game. If you're getting bored with college football, or maybe you're waiting for the 2 games that night, maybe you're Florida State fans and you don't want to watch some basketball. At 4 o'clock on the Big Ten Network, you have the number 24 Illinois Fighting Illini versus the Rutgers. What is the Rutgers? The Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Both teams are 5-1. This is a big game for the Big Ten. This is a conference matchup right here. This game is played in Piscataway, New Jersey, so this is in Rutgers, and I'm going with Rutgers in this game. I got Rutgers winning this game by at least 10.
I got Illinois. I
Illinois.
think Illinois wins by 6. Yep, 6.5, somewhere in there. So 7-point game.
How you win by 6.5?
You don't. It's 6-7.
No, I was asking. You said 6.5.
God bless.
I didn't know if they implemented a new thing, a half-point line. Just asking, man. Just asking. Didn't know. But hey, that's all we got so far. But this is all we got for episode 15. That's it. That's it. We're done. That's it.
That's it.
Done. Over.
Done.
Actually, last thing we got going over, guys, is our final thoughts. And Castle, what do you got for final thoughts, man?
Yeah, final thoughts. Nothing really on sports. I think, the biggest thing I wanted to mention, of course, was the possible live on Saturday. Just be on the lookout. We'll definitely be posting about that if we're going to go live. Be fun. It's going to be really fun, something different.
Yep, absolutely.
Just live reaction, unscripted, just have fun
raw,
watching football.
Very raw.
And has to have a lot of emotion in that game, too, so that's what would make that really fun. Probably get under his skin pretty good there. So, yeah, it would be fun. But, yeah, final thoughts. Again, guys, thank you all for tuning in to each episode. Thank you all for reaching out. Again, just seeing those statistics, and we'll actually get a month-end recap tomorrow on Facebook. So I'm happy to see what our reach was this month. It blowing my expectations out of the water already.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and I'm enjoying doing this. So we'll continue to do it. And, again, guys, if you see us out or anything, give us some suggestions. We did have a poll. Hes put it out earlier today about going to 3 episodes versus 2. So far, everybody still likes the 2. That's what I've seen. So we'll probably stick with that.
Might start doing
if you do want changes.
If this live goes well this weekend, if it all works out, we might start doing a couple more of those. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, again, just to go over again what Castle said there, this has definitely went way better than I thought it was going to go with our expectations of what we came in. This was just something fun. This was a hobby for us to do because we talk sports all the time, so why not document it? And it's turned into a little bit – it's turned into bigger than that for us. People come up to me that I didn't even think was going to listen or even cared about what Tyler Hess and Tyler Castle had to say about sports, and there are people listening. Whether they're listening to make fun of us or listening because they're jealous and wish they was us, who cares? They're listening, and guys, the people that do listen and truly do listen and give us feedback, we appreciate it more than you know. The people who are constantly on our Facebook page and making comments, liking, even if you don't listen to the show, if you're focusing in on our Facebook page, that's just another thing. If the podcast blows up and we can't do the podcast anymore, that Facebook page is still going to go with sports updates. So we want to be that sport outlet for you guys. We want to be the people you look to first. I want at some point people say, "Well, did Tyler Talkin Sports say anything about it?" And if they didn't, then they're not going to trust what's been said to them. So that's where I want to get with this. But we got a bunch more episodes coming up. We got a live possibly Saturday. We're going to finish out this year strong. 2024 is going to be huge for us here. I'm excited about it. Thank you guys for everything. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I'm done. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to stop annoying you guys. Y'all can get back to your work day or you can drive. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you Saturday.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. And we'll see you Saturday.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.